Yes. Yeah. I'm just checking the sound's coming through. Right. We're ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Okay. I'm excited.
Those pimples.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Will you come? I think we're just getting started. I'm a Witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning into episode 405 of your Overseas Connection podcast. We are a more wise and mature gaming group of people. And yeah, okay, we are just a little bit off from center. But you know what? We like it that way. Thanks for tuning in. If I haven't already said it before, it is January 21st, 2016. I'm one of your hosts today, Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. And joining me today, I have a fine and lovely cast of characters. Starting from my left, going to my right, we have Mr. Mark Wright, manning the soundboard, being the sound engineer extraordinaire for us today.
Yes. Hello, Greg. Hello, everyone. Mark Alex here. As Fu says, nice hat, Greg.
Sharks, baby. Woo! Whoa! We'll get into that in a little bit, too. Also on the show today, Miss Nicole Radowski.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Everybody literally just screamed back. We're good.
Oh,
Except for
okay,
Fraser.
awesome. Well, yeah. I'm not going to ask about his hat, though, because that means something different.
Yeah. Yeah. Glad to have you on, Nicole. And
Thank you.
finally, last but certainly not least, the beast from the east, Northern Ireland, Southern Ireland, Mexican favorite, Robin Tate, on the podcast.
Do you know what? Ireland will make America great again. Ireland built New York, and Trump has already been in touch. There's a whole Irish crew going out to Southern America there to start building a wall, because we're really good at building things. So the Irish will build a wall. But the contracts are here, to be sure. It's going to happen. It is. It's going to be a fine wall. Made out of cardboard boxes.
I wonder if they'll, to compensate, I wonder if they'll come over to Northern Ireland for you and put a better internet in for you. Showing a bit of Skype to them.
Oh my goodness! Well, my son is probably still watching porn. He's supposed to be off by now. This Northern Ireland's a crazy place. Let me tell you, Northern Ireland. The government collapsed in Northern Ireland this week. It did, Greg. It collapsed.
It did.
It's gone.
Collapsed.
And we have to have elections again. It's absolutely, completely nutty. And what will happen in the elections? Everybody's crying out for vote for moderate things. Yeah. But
Right.
what will end up will be the sectarian voting like we always have and we know and love. Like the Protestants will vote, and all the Catholics, it'll be orange and green all over again. Just like Glasgow. Like Glasgow have a football team. They've got the Glasgow Rangers and Glasgow Celtic. And they hate each other, Protestants and Catholics. And America has the same thing as well. It does. It has...
Yeah, but the Protestants
has
and the Catholics really don't hate one another.
Oh, I know exactly, but that's the way they vote. And in America,
Right.
You've got the New York Celtics and the New York Rangers, and they hate each other because one side says, and I know they don't play with each other much because one says it's too slippy and one says it's too bouncy. So it's ridiculous. It's the same thing.
Robin,
Yes.
I'm sad for you a little bit right now. It's the Boston Celtics.
It's
and
the
New York
Boston
Rangers.
Celtics.
Yes,
and the New
you
York
were so
Rangers.
close. You were so
So
close.
close. You knew what I was trying to do.
I did. I feel your pain, Robin.
There you go.
Yes.
Almost there. Good evening,
It's
everybody.
tumultuous times.
It's Robin Tate here. Bongo the Sane. The world is still here. The Hare is having an affair in Washington right now. It's fantastic. He's there ruling the country, making decisions, and the world is still here. And we carry on, and it's wonderful. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a
No.
new day, and we're podcasting now.
The punctuation with the Skypiness was kind of perfect.
Yeah.
Just want a bit of sugar in my bowl.
Robin, thank you for joining the podcast. You have
I'm
provided
here.
a level of energy, yes, which ironically was not there about 10 minutes ago, but you took some crack apparently, and you're good to go. All right. Well, if you're not familiar with our podcast, if this is by chance your first time listening, we like to talk about video games, but we also, of course, like to talk about life and things that happen with us in our community because, well, it's just because that's what we do. So let's talk a little bit, little story time, a little bit of what's been going on in our lives. Nicole,
Yeah.
we'll start with you. I don't know at all what's been going on with you this past week, so inform me. Let me know what's going on.
Just busy working and getting stuff ready for my trip to Scotland.
Right. This
Dropping
is the
down.
trip where
Stand by for Titanfall.
Sorry,
Yep.
sorry. Wrong keyboard again. Sorry. Oh shit! Sorry, wrong keyboard.
Smooth.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yes.
said we're gonna have no problems tonight. Sorry,
Nicole? Yeah, I
Yeah?
believe this is the trip you're talking about where you're literally going to fly about 5 hours over to the UK and you're going to proceed to beat up Mark.
I'll be
Getting
waiting.
pretty close to that one.
All right. Passports all sorted. Are you all good to
Still
go
waiting
there?
on that to show up.
All right. It's always
Right.
the nervous part.
I know. I'm just like, I got 25 days, people. Get it here.
All right. 25 days and counting.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, your life ends in 25 days.
Yeah.
No, as soon as
what-
I land,
what-
I'm going to a party. So
What part of Scotland are you going to, Nicole?
Edinburgh.
And are you in the Edinburgh vicinity for how many days?
10.
And you're just staying in the Edinburgh Viridian places, yes?
Well, we're gonna go take a day trip to Loch Ness, but for the most part, staying around that area. My cousin's there, and so we'll be doing a lot of stuff with the family.
Right. Well, we'll have to see about maybe a bit of Anglo-Irish stuff going on there as well. Maybe, Nicole. You can't be that close on a short flight away. I can't. We'll have to see about that. But we'll talk
I
about
put
that
it
after
out
this.
there. If anybody wants to meet up, we can. Mark probably has changed his mind.
No, I'll be there.
No, because I told him and Jenny to come out. We're actually staying at a flat off the Royal Mile.
Very
So
nice.
we'll be
Okay.
staying in a flat there because we rented a flat instead of a hotel. It was cheaper. And gonna go just, be typical tourist, I guess. I'm gonna go see, according to my cousin, a real football game.
Oh, we'll bring a scarf and a hat and some gloves and thermals and everything else.
Well, I've got all my Colombian, the ski gear that I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
Well, yes, there's Edinburgh Castle, which is really good.
Yes.
There's some fantastic shopping in there.
I'm
There's-
bringing plenty of
Jen-
money to spread across the country.
There's a store there called Jenner's, and it's a big department store, and it's absolutely fab. Ooh, great stuff. Great tiles. Ooh, you like that, Mark? Great tiles. Tiles equals video cards. Yeah, Edinburgh's a lovely place. The zoo's fantastic. The food is fabulous. It's lovely. It's a nice place. So yeah, you'll enjoy that. Don't go near Glasgow.
I was told no. I was told we absolutely could not go there.
Glasgow's
what's wrong with Glasgow?
place.
I don't know. My cousins are like,
You might
"We're
not
going
Oh, it's a nice place.
You might not come out in one piece.
Ah,
Yeah. No, it used to be pretty rough. I remember I had an uncle that lived there, and I remember when I was very young. It was probably the year that Star Wars came out, because that was when I seen Star Wars on that trip. But my uncle lived in the middle of the housing estate in Glasgow. Can't remember the name, but it was a pretty rough place. The Gorbals, probably. I think that's the name of it. And we went in, and we were into the house for a few hours, and we came out, and my father's car was up on bricks. They stolen the wheels. So yes, it was. Yeah, but it's a
Bringing
lovely
a car.
It's a nice city now. It's not like that any longer. That's a
Right.
very, very long time
They
ago.
say the same thing about Chicago, Robin.
Yeah, that'd be a good trip. That'd be a good trip.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mark-
all right, Nicole. So you are single-handedly going to try and elevate the UK economy by bringing an influx of American dollars. Okay.
Yes,
all right.
and I'm gonna do the best job I can too.
Awesome. Mark, what's been going on with you?
I've been doing a bit more PC wankery this week.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Yeah.
Could have cleaned your camera first.
Yeah. My son's into all this streaming as well and that.
Right.
So his PC has had a few problems. So his motherboard failed. So we've sorted that. We've got him another motherboard. I fit that early this week and it all works. But his graphics card was really crap, really old and not very good. So it needed upgrading. But he's not got a lot of money. So I did him a bit of a deal. He gave me a small amount of money for my graphics card, which isn't very old. It's only, how long I got that?
Right.
A few months. So he's got my 960 now, and I got a new GTX 1050 Ti. Oops, I was just turning my Xbox on my knee.
I was going to say, well, I heard a familiar sound. So in essence, you overcharged your son so you could pay for a GTX 1050.
No, he got a bargain, didn't he? He got it for a
I
third of the
don't
price.
know. I
Yeah.
don't know if he got a bargain or not. I mean, you're able to buy this brand new graphics card off of the back sweat and tears of your
Oh,
son.
not off the back of him, no. So I got this new 1050 Ti. I fit that. Really easy to fit. Because my computer already had NVIDIA drivers on it. It just loaded straight up. Piece of cake to do. And then I
Did you not swindle your PC off some unsuspecting little woman and her young boy as well?
Yeah.
Look at him. Yeah. I'm all proud.
Well, no. They were glad I took it off their hands.
Yep.
So I got
Doing them a
PC cheap,
favour.
but it had a faulty graphics card, so they couldn't be bothered fixing it, and they've got loads of money, so they just went out and bought a new PC anyway.
Yeah. Weren't you also selling dead cats as stuffed animals?
Not this week. That might be next week.
Did you sell my fucking cat?
One that got knocked over.
No, it was too flat. I've been playing a certain game on it this week, which I will talk about in a bit. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's been my week. Pretty boring.
All right. Robin, what's been going on with you?
Well, I need a bit of advice from people that might be in the know. So there's a lot of work going on at the back of our house. And I've shared some of the photographs. So there's lots of seeded area and lots of landscaping work. And we've built this area which is going to be like a fire pit thing.
Right.
So the walls are up. So if anybody has a fire pit or a fire tender, which is kind of cool, let me know. Now, if it's a barrel, I don't want to know about it. But if it's something unique, or if it's stone, or if it's metal, can you send me some photographs? I'm looking for some ideas for a nice fire pit for this thing. So large, pretty large, not the size of the Olympic flame, but big enough. Anyway, so if you can help me with that, great. The second thing as well, if anybody has any experience with the thing I'm about to talk about now, we're getting, as well as the fire pit area, the big patio, and there's what I'm calling the bandstand, which is a raised deck area with a roof. I think it's about 5 meters long, which is 5'3", 15 feet square. Yeah, big, yeah, roughly. Yeah,
Steam came out of his ears, and
I know. 5'3".
Yeah. Yeah. So yesterday, Judith came to me, as she did, and it was her idea to get the projector screen in the room as well. She said, "Look, Robin, that's a great space and it's lovely. What about a hot tub?"
Okay.
So I ordered a hot tub today. So anybody that has hot tubs and problems running them and issues with pHs and chlorine and all that sort of stuff, please, your help would be much appreciated. So
I could give you
Ca-
some advice on that front.
so it's almost like a moat. Where you're
can
right
try-
about the moat.
Yes.
Are you going to try use it to go back in time?
Yeah,
That's a great
yeah.
movie.
Time machine, time machine.
Hot tub time machine, yeah. Now the
Yeah.
big challenge with the hot tub, to be honest, it's the upkeep is not one you're going to want to cover. Okay, get
Yeah,
a
got
good
that.
cover
Got that.
that helps keep the heat in,
Mm-hmm.
not just the leaves out. And the hotter you keep the hot tub, the faster the chemicals that you put into it burn off. So things like chlorine, the pH stuff. So if you're keeping it at like 100 degrees constantly, which admittedly is nice because you can just go out and jump into it, but you're going to have to constantly do more upkeep with that. So if you lower
Yeah.
the temperature of the water, you're not going to have to worry about the chemicals being burned off as fast.
Well, I just done a little American conversion on temperature, and it is 29 degrees right now here. So wouldn't that be lovely, sitting in 100 degrees hot
No.
tub?
I
You
can say
keep that
No.
shit.
if it was 100 degrees C, you'd actually boil alive like a lobster.
Yeah,
Possibly.
yeah. So
Yes.
yeah,
My
what's
bad.
going on? I will post photographs when it's all finished because it's starting to come together really nicely. I'm very impressed with the guys. So yeah, hot tub seats,
Now, is
drink
the hot tub-
holders.
Is the hot tub going to be in the ground or is it going to be above ground?
It's going to be on a raised decking.
Okay, and you'll have
With a
little
roof.
little steps going up into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a key because the other thing about those hot tubs, which you don't really think about at the time, well, it depends on what kind of hot tub you get, but I'm assuming you're going to have kind of the porcelain interior.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're slippery as all get out.
Yeah.
I have
Yes.
nearly cracked my head open a couple times climbing into our hot tub.
No, it sounds cool. It's got all LED lights and all bits
Yeah.
and pieces in it and all that sort of stuff. So it should be fun.
Yeah.
If we get some value out of it, we could get all the family round and maybe get a screen outside and sit in it and play some Xbox.
Now, do you
That'd
have
be
any
cool. In
neighbors
fact-
nearby?
Not really.
Okay.
A few hundred yards away is the closest. So
I mean, are they in viewing distance though of the hot tub?
No.
No.
We're
'Cause you might want a little gazebo action there.
No.
Haven't you seen that? He had video of his house once where they were riding around on the little four-wheelers
Right.
and nobody around. There's some
Yeah.
hills.
You
places
never know.
for
Yeah.
cats
You never
to
know.
cross over.
Well, yes.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yep.
So lots of stuff going on here. Casa Tate right now.
Okay.
Casa.
Fire,
That's right. Mexico.
fire and water. Casa Tate.
All right. Awesome.
There you are.
Okay. Well, I guess I can.
What about
wrap
you?
it up.
Have you? Did you fix your path?
It is not done yet. We've had so much rain; they had to postpone fixing it. It is in the finishing throes. So we're just waiting for some good weather to be consistent, like back-to-back days, and they're going to come out and finish up the pavers in the front. So that'll be nice.
They're gonna put that one in that Mark hates that's missing.
No, I'm leaving that one out, just despite Mark. But what I did do last night, my wife, her company, they did a little kind of Christmas get-together after Christmas, because Christmas is typically their busiest time, so they waited a little bit to do their Christmas celebration. And we went to this place called Topgolf. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this before, but think of a driving range, but it's 3 levels or three decks tall.
You've been there before, yeah.
Yeah, and out on the driving range, you have these giant targets. So you don't have like distances that, your typical driving range has like markers of how far you're hitting. So instead of markers, you have these gigantic targets in the ground that, I mean, they're a good, I don't know, 50 feet wide at least. They seem pretty big. But you're launching balls off of the deck at these targets to get points, and it's kind of like darts. The closer you get to the middle, the more points you get. The farther out you go, and hitting the targets, the more points you get.
How does it score?
So the balls themselves, the actual golf balls, have RFI chips
Oh.
inside of them.
Oh, wow.
And so as you hit it, it tracks how far they go and where they hit in the target, and it all comes back onto. It's kind of like a bowling alley or a bowling center. You have the screen and you have your score going up there, and then they have cocktails and food and wait staff, and it was a really fun time. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't know if I would like it or not, because I traditionally like just going to a driving range and just hitting a bucket of balls and practicing my golf. But this was, it was kind of helpful in that you're practicing accuracy, which is a very important thing with golf. But the cocktails help too. Made it a little more fun.
So did you have to put your own balls in the little cup to hit them, or with their automatic ball placement, did it come up from the ground?
So no automatic ball placement, but there was. So basically, you'd walk up to the pad, and you take your golf club, and there's a little sensor light. You swing it in front of it, and a little ball gets ejected out, and then you take the ball and you put it wherever you want on the grass pad to hit from.
Put the balls on the grass pad.
Yes,
hit it.
There's a joke to be made. Yes,
there is. We're not even going there.
Nope. I left it alone.
No.
Yep.
Left
but
those balls alone.
If you have one near you, there's a few of them around the country. They're a lot of fun. I know they have one in Vegas. They have one down in Southern California somewhere, and fortunately, somehow or some way, they felt that this was a good place to put in one up here.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in that many movies. I think I said this the last time when you brought it up, but I remember it from the Italian Job, the remake of it, where the big Hawaiian guy they would have got the weapons from, and he was in one of those, and it looks cool because it had the big sofas in it. It looked very social. The bar, the cocktail, and big full size cutouts of us on the range, and that's your targets.
That would make it a little more fun. All right, well let's move on from the This Is Us stuff. By the way, that's an excellent TV show. This Is Us. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Nope.
All right, games we've been playing. I think. Well, I'll just go real quickly. It was basically more of the same for me. Rebel Galaxy. I got back into it. Still feeling a little grindy, but I actually was able to enjoy myself a little bit more this go round, as opposed to the last time where I got a little frustrated with the game. And I think it's because I changed some of my attack tactics, and I didn't just go barreling in, which was kind of my MO for before, because it was working. This go round, because I'm coming up against larger and more difficult ships to attack, I started doing some perimeter attacking first and taking down some of the small ships.
Pick them off one at a time. Yeah. That's what I ended up having.
Draw them out and then proceed to go in. So
Leroy Jenkins action for you?
No, Leroy Jenkins. That was not ending well for me. And then just picking XCOM 2 back up and continuing on that journey as well. I love that game, and I'm still playing through it to finish. So.
I see for PC wankery people, Greg, that you can buy XCOM 2 for $12.99 at the moment.
Yeah,
which seems like a very, very good price.
It's a great price.
It's also part of February's Humble
Bundle.
Deal.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I've got it.
I mean, if you can pick it up for $10, $12, somewhere in there, or 15, I guess, with the conversion, it's well worth it. This is a game that can. Assuming you like strategy games, that's the big key to this. You have to like a bit of strategy. If you're not one that likes to kind of strategize out how you're going to attack something, you don't like customization, this isn't going to be a game for you. But if you like those things and you don't mind a slower pace, because it is turn-based, it's a fantastic game. So
are you seeing the end in sight with Rebel Galaxy? Do you see a finish?
I think I might be able to get it finished by this end of this month. So it may be my only game I finish this month, but the quasi end is in sight. At least I think it's in sight. I could be totally wrong, but I've progressed far enough into the story that I feel like I'm going in the right direction. So we'll see.
Cool.
All right, Nicole. What about you? What have you been able to play any games this past week? I know it's been hectic on your end.
A little bit. I picked because I plugged my PlayStation in finally. I've been playing the Minecraft story mode, finishing that up for my Yolg list that I have yet to send to Robin.
Ridiculous.
Hey, as long as you have your own list, I mean that's really all that matters, right?
That's it. Yep.
You're just not necessarily getting credit for something you finish, but
I'll
That's
get
okay.
there.
All right.
Good.
I found the list too, Robin.
all right.
Good.
I just need
That's
to.
weird. We were going to have to send you paper. Yeah.
No, trust me. Please don't send me paper. I have an entire craft closet full of paper. No, I don't need it.
A whole closet of
Minecraft
crap.
side story, and this could have been part of news, but I figure it's worth just mentioning right now. Apparently, Microsoft is discontinuing the Windows Phone support for Minecraft. For the Minecraft version on Windows Phone, they're nixing support of that, which is kind of funny if you think
Are there
about it.
still Windows phones out there?
I think there's 5.
All right.
But yeah,
So all 5 people can't
Yep.
play Minecraft.
Yeah. When they can't get Larry to use one, then they've got a problem. So.
yeah. Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
So, but are you enjoying the Minecraft?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bored with everything right now. Like I played Witcher 3 for a good, 5 minutes before I decided it's the same crap. Like running around, picking up little weeds here and there and fending. And I was like, I'm done with that for a minute.
I heard a visible intake of breath from Kim.
Yeah.
I'm
that
sure you
point-
did. I'm sure she's.
Open
Gonna
world
hate me.
games like that, I think that is a problem. Especially these games that you have so much you can do, like a Skyrim or a Witcher 3, where it's like, you've got all these different missions on the screen, and then you've got all of this crap you can collect, and then ultimately, half the time you don't do jack diddly with it, but you've just got it. So I get that. I get that would kind of get boring, especially if that's kind of your mindset. I would suggest to you, Nicole, just don't worry about side missions. Get back
I
into the
haven't
main
been.
story.
That's the problem. I'm like, I haven't been. Even when I picked up Dragon Age again, I'm further along in the Xbox version now than I was in the PlayStation version, and I'm stuck in the frickin' desert, and I hate the desert. So it's like painful for me to go and play that game right now. Just like, I don't want these stupid shards. I know I need them because it's still part of trying to defeat all this crap, but trying to find them in this desert, it's 3 levels of sand.
You see, now I'm just getting foreshadowing of what I have yet to go. So that's one of the games I have to look forward to.
Yeah, I figured I would start the longer ones first. That way I could do the shorter ones in between and then keep. But right now I've got 3 long ones, and I'm just like, I'd rather drink beer.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. All right.
Beer. We watch some Netflix. Fuck it.
Deal
Yeah.
with 3, rather than dealing with 3 long ones. Yeah.
Really,
Nope,
Robin?
not gonna go there, Robin. Not
No,
gonna
I'm not
go
going
there.
there.
No.
Sorry, am I not muted? I thought I was muted. No.
All right. Speaking of people being muted, Mark, what have you been playing?
Uh-oh.
All right, I have been playing Elite Dangerous again.
You have got it. Are you kidding me? I have never heard this before. Really fascinating.
But there's a slight twist to it.
There's a twist.
Yeah, because I've been playing it on PC, and I've
That
started
is
again.
a twist.
Yeah,
The plot thickens.
yeah, because I got this fancy graphics card and everything, and because I'm enjoying it so much, and I keep getting told by Hardly Dan and Amras and Gary DeFelice that the PC version is the ultimate version and it's more immersive. So yeah, I've been playing
What
on
else
there.
did Mark? What else did you buy to go with this new
Oh,
beginning?
yeah.
Well, on
Can we
eBay.
just talk? Do we have to have a support group, by the way, for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
On
On eBay. Sorry, I told
on eBay, I was looking at flight sticks, the HOTAS flight sticks. HOTAS stands for hands on throttle and stick, I think. So you got the throttle and the stick.
I honestly did not know that.
do you know one
Rex?
things that I didn't know? I didn't know what POTUS stood for. I thought it was some fancy name, and I didn't realize that POTUS was the president of the United States. How dumb is that? I didn't know that until yesterday. Anyway, carry on.
So I made a few bids on these sticks. The one I've gone for is the cheapest one you can get, a Thrustmaster X, and it is only £30 brand new anyway. But I managed to get one for £19, so I don't think that's too bad. So I've got one of them coming. But at the moment, I'm
You
using.
okay, Robin?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm using a 360 pad connected to the PC, and it works superb.
I tell you what, a man named that flight stick. Let me tell you,
Oh yeah.
very inadequate man.
Thrustmaster.
I say tonight, Robin reminding me of me and Kim.
Yes.
Could we start giggling because we're on the same wavelength? That's not good to be on the same wavelength as Robin.
Yeah, because
So-
yeah,
You've got your Thrustmaster coming.
yeah. So I've
It just sounds dirty, man. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to start again though.
Why did you have to start again?
Because
Did you die?
no, the games are not cross-platform saves.
Right. Have you attempted a landing yet? I've heard it's rather difficult.
Did you land
Nah,
with
it's easy.
Thrustmaster?
Oh, it's easy. Okay.
It's
All right.
easy.
Pull back. Easy.
You get used to it. Oh,
Four.
I played quite a lot of it on Xbox, and I saw and back in the day. So yeah, landing's easy now. I've got used to that. I'm not on anymore. I'm quitting.
See, was it who was it that was it was Game Punchers that were discussing amiibos and what you did with the amiibos and what was
Yes.
uncomfortable. Yeah, and I just
Right.
picture Mark. That's why he couldn't continue because he was doing the same thing that
The Thrustmaster? Yeah, no.
The Thrustmaster Hotas up my ass.
Anyway,
Right, can I carry on, please?
carry on.
If you must. If you
We're
must.
enjoying this. Go ahead.
Yes.
So where was I? Right, yeah. So I've had to start again because, right, you can request to Frontier, who are the developers, to transfer your total worth over to the PC version, but they delete your Xbox game save because it's not on your system; it's all on their servers. Now, I'm doing all right on the Xbox. I've got an ice ship worth quite a lot of money. I've got quite a few million credits in the bank, sort of thing. And it was tempting to say, "Oh yeah, just transfer it over, and I'll have all that there." But then I thought, well, I like how it's set up on there, so I'm going to start again. So all I've been doing the past, I've only been playing it 2 days. I only got it yesterday. So I've been doing bounty hunting in the local asteroid field. Getting a bit of money to get the next best ship. So I've gone from the Sidewinder, what you originally start with, and I've got the Cobra Mark III, which is a staple ship, the cheapest one, what does all sort of like all round stuff. So I've got that now. I'm just earning a bit of dollar to get the Asp Explorer, what I've got on the Xbox, and then I'm going to start trekking through the galaxy. But Gary DeFelicis bought this as well. Yesterday. So we're gonna team up. We're gonna be wingmen, and we're gonna go exploring the galaxy. The only problem is at the moment he hasn't a clue what he's doing, but that's understandable because it's a very massive game with a steep learning curve.
Well, it's also understandable because it's scary.
Yeah. Well, it said to me last night. It says, "How do I find you then? How can I get into your game? How can I sort of like find where you are?" I said, "Well, you're not going to Gary because you're in solo play. You can only play multiplayer in open play." So, there's different game modes. You can play solo, so you don't get ganked.
Right.
Play solo with your Thrustmaster.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
that song that was in the charts years ago? Was it Star Trekking Across the Universe?
Yes.
Yeah, we should replace Star Trekking with Mark Trekking, and that would be a perfect song for you now. We'll have to get that Mark Trekking Across the Universe. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. So,
Thrustmaster, me baby. Well, look, you know what? If you're having fun with it, Mark, that's great. I'm sure it is a fabulous game. It's a scary game. because you just get lost in it. You get lost out there in deep space. Have you came across anything weird or wonderful yet? I mean,
No, I haven't.
Why are you getting pleasure? Are you getting pleasure from just being in space because it's sci-fi and all of that, or is it something else? I mean, what is it that's got its hooks in you?
I've always been a massive space sci-fi fan. When I was a kid, I remember sitting round. This is showing my age. Sitting round the radio, listening to the first ever shuttle launch and landing. And I just love space exploration and stuff. And with the planetary landings now in this game, and they're bringing in the next update, they're bringing in multi-crews, so you can work with your partner on their ship and stuff. So yeah, it's really involved. It's really deep.
So DeFelice can be like your ship's boy sort of thing.
Yeah. Gary.
Does he get his own thrustmaster?
Yeah, he can be my bitch and control my thrustmaster.
Oh dear God.
Okay.
Moving on. Robin.
Yeah, so that's me.
Okay.
Let's get away from Thrustmaster conversation.
Well, I mean, I have also been playing a singular game this week.
Okay.
And after finishing my last few, rattling through them quite quickly, I went back and picked up Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
By the way, I think when you do talk about this in the future, Robin, you have to do it right. Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Yeah. Look, to be absolutely honest, the game scares the shit out of me. Me not sort of like hiding, behind the sofa scaring, but it's just the scale of it. It's such a big game.
Right.
Like quite a few people, I think, played the first opening chapter and it was batshit crazy. Absolutely just nutty.
Yeah, in that hospital. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the wheel and all that stuff. So I'd done all that. I played a few hours. I got to the oil rig, which is your base for the first time, and met Ocelot for the first time, and God, that's the campest guy ever. And then started to look at all the menus, and there was so many different options and things I didn't understand. It sort of put me off because it was just too complex. And between now and then, people like yourself and Fraser and lots of others have said how wonderful this game was. And I Fraser had recommended getting a guidebook, and I took Fraser's recommendation.
You took his advice?
I did. I took his advice and got myself a guide. And I think I found myself in the right frame of mind to tackle this now. And I think part of the problem was that I was trying to understand everything just all at once, and I couldn't. So I'm now sort of working my way through it. And do you know what? It's friggin' fabulous. Yeah. There's so much fun to be had in this game. This Fultoning business, the balloon on the back of soldiers and sheep and everything,
it's addictive,
it is far more fun than it deserves to be. It is
it's
ridiculously
so satisfying, isn't it?
Because
have you done it to any animals yet?
Yes, I'm now at the point where I have little cages, and I can collect little animals, and I'm Fultoning sheep. I don't have it upgraded enough to get big things, but mortar guns and soldiers and all that other stuff. The game is astonishing. It is there's just so much to it, so much depth. There is the main game, like with your missions, and then there's a whole massive meta game in behind it, with the upgrading of your base. This base that sprawls for miles. You actually drive between areas. I mean, there's target practice. There's the morale of your staff. There's animal pens. There's all manner of things, and I'm sure there's even more going to open up. And I've played it pretty much every night.
Okay.
And I finished chapter 9 night before last. And I thought to myself, well, I'm just going to look at the guide to see how many actual chapters there were. And I got the jitters again. I got the, oh my God. I must feel I'm about a third of the way in. Yeah. There's 50 chapters in this, plus tons of side missions, some of which you have to do. And it kind of scared me, because it really is it's a massive
hold on real quickly. Can you consider a side mission that you have to do a side mission. That to me, that's like
Well,
the definition of a side mission is something
Yeah.
on the side.
Well,
Like
it says
Kojima.
it says there are important side missions, which are important to the story. I believe the one I'm on now, I'm going to meet Quiet for the first time.
Oh yes.
The Quiet is the yeah.
Just make sure you get yourself nice and stinky.
Yeah. So so I did get the jitters again. It frightened me again, but thankfully the beauty about this is that it is a pleasure to play. Now I am a stealthy ninja bulldozer. Okay, that's my technique.
That was my question. My question was going to be, how are you playing it? Are you going stealthy? Are you hearing a lot of this?
Yeah, I'm a D-rated guy. D rank guy at the moment. I am getting a bit better at it. There are some places I go into a small outpost, and it's amazing that the weather, or at night time or daytime, or a sandstorm comes in, how it completely changes the situation, how you tackle it. The sandstorm rushes in, and you rush like mad in, and you sleep all of the soldiers quickly before the sand goes away, and away you go. And sometimes, fuck it, I'm in here now, they've caught me, I'm just going to kill them all. But there is just so many different options. And I unlocked my dog today, or my dog grew up enough to come with me. So my dog, and just when I left it today, I've upgraded him enough so the dog can have a knife and go around and kill people for me, which I think is fantastic. Now, my big shepherd dog has an eye patch. I haven't quite worked out why he has an eye patch. Because
I fell over with a knife the other day.
yeah, because he was a little pup when I brought him back to the oil rig. Now he's all grown up, but he has an eye patch. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure about that. But look, fabulous. I am going to stick with it.
Okay.
But it is wonderful. I think if you really like tactical shooters, a bit like XCOM, you probably would never have to buy another tactical shooter ever again, because this is it. Yeah. This is the variety is here. There's so much fun. It's tongue in cheek in places. Fabulous. But God knows how long it's going to take me to complete. God knows.
I'm just going to wager a guess a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm sorry to rattle on, because part of the problem is you can try and straight line it, and then all of a sudden you find yourself fiddling around with staff, or just wandering around your oil rig, or you finish the mission, and before you call in your helicopter to take you back, you'll go over to those outbuildings, or you'll go over there, and all of a sudden you're lost in how much more stuff to do.
This is it's a good problem to have. But this is, I think, when you get good, and I'm going to say open world games, because I believe Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain is a bit of an open world game.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But when you get a good open world game, like a Skyrim, like a Phantom Pain, like Fallout 4, like we were just talking about a second ago. Anyway, Witcher 3, Dragon Age.
Yep.
When they're good, it's so easy to, you're trying to mainline it, you're trying to just get through the story, but it's so easy to get distracted with the side missions because they're good. And the game will constantly distract you in a positive way, although maybe you consider it a negative way.
And well, it's batshit crazy as well. I mean, do I know what's going on? No, not really.
Yeah.
Was the guy...
I don't think Kojima really knows what's going on.
Yeah, that fire guy and that floating girl thing, I still don't know what relevance I have to it, and I've completed the bloody game.
No, yeah. There was a bit there a few chapters back where this big, massive, monstrous mech came along and grabbed me, and some weird guy came and talked to me. I have no idea, but it's so good. I don't care. It's brilliant, awesome.
All right,
awesome. So that's all I have played apart from Clash of Clans. But apart from that, yeah.
We don't talk about that anymore.
I know.
All right. Before we jump into the news, Nicole, maybe you could give, I don't know if you're paying attention to Twitch. Are there anybody to shout out? Anybody worthwhile other than that Canadian?
No.
No, okay, never mind then.
There's a couple of people in there. There's RGC. RCGC and Teflon.
There
Tom.
wasn't last. Oh, okay, she's new. Yeah, because last and Teflon just showed up. Yeah.
Oh,
Hi,
Alright.
Sarah. Hi, Jason.
Yeah, 'cause
Hello.
A few minutes ago there was new Betty Badass, and I'm like, well,
it happens. It happens. There was the Canadian earlier, the name that we shall not speak of.
Oh, he's just chipping in to say the fire guy is Volgan from Metal Gear Solid 3. Thanks.
That's a trivia guru.
There you go, Metal Gear Guru.
All right, Mark, I believe we're supposed to play a news jingle right about now.
Here is the fucking news.
I do love that sound
Best-
effect.
I know that's like the best news jingle ever.
All right. So not a ton of news this past week, but there were a couple tidbits here and there I pulled out for us. So the Switch has been making a lot of headlines, obviously, off of its reveal. There was a lot of hands-on time with the Switch from different game outlets at the New York event. But some things have kind of started to come to clarity. So one of the things that came about from a Kotaku interview was that there will be no video streaming apps for the Switch at launch. And they confirmed that the Miis will be making a return to the Switch as well. Interestingly, on the video streaming apps, they did add in kind of quickly that they are being considered for a future update. And that's an interesting way that they phrased that, because it almost makes me think maybe they kind of initially were not planning on doing video streaming apps at all on the Switch, and now they're kind of retroly thinking, well, maybe we should add them in.
It just sounds friggin' like the best deal ever. That my purchase is well placed. Not.
No.
It just sounds like they've got this great idea, piece of hardware, and it's been let down by the little things.
So I have a two frame of minds on this piece, and there's actually three other little tidbits of news. But before we get to that, so part of me was thinking, you know what? Is it really that big of a deal the Switch doesn't have video streaming apps? Because frankly, my smart TV has it. My other consoles have it. There's a lot of different ways I can get video streaming apps, let alone being my laptop or PC. So I kind of with you, Nicole. Yeah, no, not so much.
No.
But when you think about the Switch in its portability factor of you want to take that with you on a trip and you want that to be your device, then suddenly, where's the video streaming app? Because then I would probably want it. I would want to be able to stream something on that device.
No. That's why I have my phone. I take that thing everywhere.
I get that you take it everywhere.
Sorry.
But for the kids in the back of the car, they would want to be able to video stream on a bigger screen than your phone.
They have their own iPads, and I would still let them take the Switch.
All right. Well, you are, I think, a unique scenario. I think, at least as I was looking at this, that's the one use case situation where I think the video streaming app would be a nice to have.
No, I get your point on that. It makes sense, but
All right.
I would like to set it on my bedside table and put it on its little ramp and stick Netflix on, and that would be cool.
That's what that's for.
Yeah, but that's another device. I get
That
because
stays on my bedside table for that.
Everybody has the $50 things like that, the Kindles and stuff like that. But it would be nice to have it one nice neat package.
I think that's really the
but
point.
That's a minor. It is a minor point. It is nitpicking. I think there's bigger points. Now I'm sure there will be more software announced at release. I couldn't give a shit about Mii's. I think they're too kiddie. There's so much cross messaging with this that's been aimed at sort of hipster young ones that don't really play consoles as well. I mean, a lot of those young, good-looking kids between the ages of 18 and 24 are out having a good time, not playing video games. It's the nerdy ones like ourselves that were stuck inside doing it. So it's a wrong market. I would like to see a more mature Nintendo product.
Well, that's how they first marketed this. I mean, they came out with it being much. It seemed like it was geared towards the millennial, young adult, play it on the rooftops, partying.
1-2 click, whatever it is, 1-2 switch. Look, my pre-order's still in. It stays in. I'll get it. Funny enough, the kids for the first time in Donkeys came out here today and played Mario Kart for the first time in a long time. Switched on the Wii U.
You actually let them in the man cave too.
Yeah.
I figured that was off limits.
No. They'll come out here under strict. We switch the camera on so we can see them from the inside.
So let's tackle a couple other little tidbits of news. So at the same event, or maybe not the same event, but in an interview with Polygon, Reggie Fils-Aimé confirmed that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be the last internally developed game for the Wii U. I think that officially puts the nail in the coffin. I mean, we already know that they talked about not, making any more systems, but this is now like it's done. It is done. And so this will be the last title for the Wii U made by Nintendo. And in a different interview with IGN, Nintendo confirmed that the Switch version of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will run at 900p and the Wii U version at 720p. I don't think that's that big of a deal.
No, because that's 900p on your TV. It runs at 720 on the console when it's out of the paper holder, letter holder. So,
yeah, I think it will still. I mean, it's going to look nice. The game, for everybody that's seen it, I think they've said that visually the game looks great. So, I'm not overly worried about that. But for those that like to count the P's, that's something to, I guess, quote unquote.
I really don't know what games to buy for it. I don't know if I want to buy Zelda or not. I've never finished Zelda game.
Robin,
yeah.
If you are buying a Switch at launch, Legend of Zelda should be the only. I think it's going to be the only game you can get at launch, practically.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine why you would buy a Switch and not buy the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you buying it for? I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but it's like
Seriously,
Well, you were
though.
saying that Zelda wouldn't be available at launch.
No, it is now. It is.
Yeah.
It is now.
Oh, right, we said it is now, because they said it wouldn't be at first, didn't they?
No,
Yeah, a few months back, yeah, that's
2
quick.
is going to be over the holidays, and then the Mario Odyssey, Mario World Odyssey will be available in fall.
Yeah, Zelda. Okay.
Yeah. It's a short game.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, moving to some other news. NPD came out and talked about the year of 2016, and they said that they have estimated the industry raked in about $30.4 billion, which is about $200 million more than last year. However, hardware sales took a hit. Software sales had a slight uptick, so they were up about 6%, and hardware dropped about 24%. A big part of that, I think, was reflecting the lower unit sales as well as the console prices getting cut. So that basically combined to be a 15% lower average retail price for the Xbox One and the PS4. And the console was 7% fewer units sold, with the exception of the Nintendo 3DS. The 3DS actually had 4% more handheld sold.
Holy
from
shit.
2015. So
It's a big pie, isn't it? 200 million more. That's all right.
Yeah, no, the industry is not in trouble by any stretch. But it's interesting. The 3DS actually got an uptick in sales, and yet I think a lot of people are really speculating right now that the Switch is going to kind of take the place of both the 3DS and the Wii U. That's its purpose will now be to be that combination, mobile and console device.
Even that bit seems to be confused.
Yeah,
it's because they're marketing it as a home console, but most people are talking about it as a handheld. And it's just there's a bit of weird messaging going on about it just at the moment. So, but sure, we're only 5 or 6 weeks away. So,
yep. 5 or 6 weeks away to your disappointment.
Oh, dear. Yeah. You know what? Hey, it might be one of those or not.
No, I don't think it will be, Robin. I think you're going to actually find it fairly enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Well, talk about launch lineup for this. What about launch lineup for Scorpio, whatever it's going to be called, Big Spider? mean, will they have a big launch lineup? Are they going to hook a game on it?
I think it's going to be probably closer to what the PS4 Pro had, which is disappointing. It's going to be up-res versions. It's going to, I think, not to go off on a tangent, but
Hook Crackdown 3 on it or something out there? Or?
well, the problem with the PS4 Pro and the problem with the Scorpio, at least as of right now, I mean, we don't know for sure this is going to be the case with that console, but they have this notion of, well, it's still the same ecosystem. It's still, all games can be played on one or the other. So you don't have any exclusive reason to play a game on PS4 Pro over the PS4 unless you really care about that up-res, that uptick in performance. That's the only thing that really sets it apart right now. My assumption is that's going to be a very similar situation for the Scorpio. That it's going to be a lot of, you're going to get better resolution, you're going to get better frame rates, but I don't think there's going to be any exclusive games, with the exception for the Scorpio, and I only say the exception is that it will be able to run VR. So I'm assuming come launch, we're going to have some kind of VR tie-in. So that will be, for the Microsoft ecosystem, kind of that, well, here's a reason to get the Scorpio over the Xbox One, because you can play VR on that console.
Part of me feels like that they should go balls deep with this. That they should, yes, do backwards compatibility with 360 and the Xbox One games, but they should go balls deep. That quite a few of these are, there's a handful of 5 or 6 games which are Scorpio only. That's and maybe learn from the PlayStation mistake here, because it's half of this and half of that, and we have to tip the hat to everybody else. We don't want to upset them, but go balls deep.
I kind of agree with you, because I think that was a problem for the PS4 Pro. It was what sets it apart.
Openly say, yes, here's the new BioShock or whatever it may be, and it looks like fucking fantastic bananas on the Scorpio. Yes, you can get it for the Xbox One, but it's a lower resolution, much lower resolution, and we've cut out some parts of it. But if you want the full experience, Scorpio, and that you're still tipping the hat. And they did that with Call of Duty on the Xbox 360. Before, that they cut out the story mode, and I'd say that's the way it's going to go. They're going to want those hardware sales.
Yeah, but I just think they have to be careful. You don't want to be found out that you're saying Halo 7 or Halo 6 is available on the Xbox One and the Scorpio, but only on the Scorpio can you get multiplayer. Because I think the obvious thing is people are going to say you're just cutting that out to cut it out, as opposed to it's really a performance issue. So there's a fine line to walk there. We'll see what happens with that. Mark,
Yes.
Playdead teased a new game, and I'm hoping you have that image maybe that you're able to put up on screen for the lovely people at home.
I've not got that image, but I have got gameplay footage of Inside playing right now.
Now, if you look at our show notes, Mark, there's a lovely image. I don't know if you can do that kind of finagling, but...
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I can play
it's like a spacey scene with a comet wreaking across the sky. As a guy climbing up a hill journey while carrying a dead cat or something. There is it? What is it?
Carrying a dead cat.
I think, dead cat. Robin, you've been knocking over too many cats. So Playdead teased this out. They did not give any backstory to this. They didn't say anything other than it just is out there. So this image shot out there. It looks like it is a person in some kind of spacesuit. They're walking up a hillside. There is a comet or shooting star or something, maybe a falling spaceship in the sky crashing.
It's Mark.
And the person in the spacesuit, this is Mark. Mark has crash landed on a planet in Elite Dangerous, and what we're seeing here is he also has what looks like he's dragging a parachute behind him. So I think this is indicative of maybe he had to eject out of the ship, and this is going to be some kind of space I still have to think it's going to be a side scroller. That's kind of what they do. So, but it looks very nice from what I can see. We'll find out more, I guess, soon enough.
I've got the image on screen for you, Greg.
You're brilliant, Mark. There you go. Good man. So there you go. You can see it there.
There's a whole lot of presumption there. I mean, maybe that's just a shooting star, and maybe he was like parachuting at a parachuting club, and maybe it's just getting dark.
Absolutely.
So maybe it's
the bar is just on the other side of the hill. He's going for a cocktail.
Yeah,
maybe it's Independence Day 3 because the aliens know Trump's in charge now.
Yeah, welcome to Earth.
God.
Oh, shut up.
Pull the hair off.
All right. Well, that is Playdead's next game. Next piece of quick news. Those of you with a PSVR who have been enjoying Rigs, unfortunately, Sony has confirmed there will be no more DLC coming to the multiplayer for the game. I think this is to be expected given the fact that they just basically shut down the studio that made the game. But in the past, there have been instances where they've supported games past studio closure. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, Riggs is seemingly not going to have long legs. And the last story, and this one, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is such crap.
Yeah. So a gentleman by the name of God, I forgot what his real name is. Rock Hamilton, I believe, is his name.
Yeah. Hard Rock Hamilton.
Yep, Hard Rock Hamilton. He was a pro wrestler. Back in 1983, he played for the Eagles. Anyway, he is suing Microsoft and Epic Games, and I believe the actor that plays Coltrane as well. And he's suing them for his likeness. He says that the character Coltrane has been ripped off from his likeness and his persona from when he was a wrestler. And he cites that the alter ego of Coltrane, or his alter ego and the persona of Coltrane are similar. They both played professional football, even though in Gears of War it's called thrashball. He said Coltrane's number is 83, and Hamilton played for the Philadelphia Eagles in 1983.
It's grasping at straws there, isn't it?
Yeah, and he said that his persona, he had a gold tooth and a derby hat and wristbands, and it was basically the same look that Coltrane has. And he also said that their voices sound identical, and I believe he said he took it to a forensics expert that did a voice analysis and claimed that the voices were indistinguishable, which, for the record, is just bullshit because the actor that played Coltrane, that's his voice. It's not, so anyway.
No, that's 100% Terry Tate.
Yeah.
Do you know what? He's a big black guy.
Right.
And Coltrane was a big black guy. And
right.
Did he wear COG uniform, this fella from the Philadelphia Eagles? No. Did he go, woo?
Well, he claims that he did that.
No,
I don't think this is going to go anywhere.
It can't, because look, first of all, this is what, November of 2006 when the game was released, and you're just now opening up and saying, hey,
Yeah,
I don't
he
like
said
that.
his son's friend showed him it just in January of last year.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the game's been around or the series has been around for 10 plus years, and he just now is catching wind of this.
Anybody who's been even hiding under a rock knows what this game is. I have little kids tell me, oh, I see you've got the Gears of War. I'm like, you're in first grade. You shouldn't even know what that is. But they do.
Yeah.
So there's no way he didn't know. Second of all, that whole Bolero and that styling in general, the gold tooth, that was standard operating procedure for most of the football teams. I'm sorry. Look at the fashion magazine.
Most of the football teams, most of the rap bands back in the day. I mean,
you can't.
The big bodyguard from Goldfinger, one of the first Bond movies that was out there. I mean, that hat, you can throw it. Yeah.
Actually, breaking news. He just added him to the lawsuit. Bodyguard from Goldfinger.
Is he going to add The Rock too for stealing his wrestling persona?
He'll be next.
Also, anybody that sort of made money out of the game, he's put a lawsuit in. I think was it Ice-T or who was it that was in the soundtrack, or was it one of those rapper
Ice-T.
guys?
Yep.
Ice-T. He had made money on it because he had a song in it and appeared in it. He's named in the lawsuit as well. It's just crazy. It's money grabbing.
Yeah,
it's completely money
it's
grabbing.
money grabbing. And the one with the derby hat, wristbands, front gold tooth. There's one add-on character that you can get like that. Just lose that character. Not a big deal.
So,
Seriously,
well.
it's bullshit. Sorry.
Maybe he'll start playing Gears and love it.
That's probably why he's suing. No doubt he was enjoying Gears, and his son turned to him and said, "Dad, you look kind of like him, don't you?" And then he's like, "You know what? My bank account's kind of low. I think I should sue everybody under the sun."
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's move off that. Let's talk about things that really matter to us.
Like your hat.
My hat, yes. San Jose Sharks. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that champions bit? What does that mean? They ever been champions?
Oh my god. Holy crap.
I thought Sharks stayed in the water.
Nicole, when
He's
you go
fired.
over, no, just not only hit him in the arm. I want a nose shot. All right, community. Let's talk about stuff that's important to us. Do we have any Facebook chatter going on?
No.
I don't think
there's
we
lots
did
of stuff
anything this
going
past
on.
week. I know there's
It's
lots of stuff
active.
going on.
Yeah.
It's active as all
exactly.
get out. Robin, what is the Facebook URL? Is it simply fb.ocpod.com?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
All right.
believe so. That is correct. Yeah, it might be if I scroll down there and see that. That is fb.ocpod.com is our Facebook group. It's very active. Lots of things get posted in there. Chat away. Yeah.
Chat away, and you can even discuss the trivia that Jason Johnson has sent us.
Uh-oh.
Talk about how great it is, how wonderful it is.
Who's he picking on this week?
He's picking on all three of you this week. So
So we put Nintendo
newsflash.
questions in there?
I can say what's the leaderboard
It's all
like?
Nintendo this week. All Nintendo all the time. But just for transparency, we have a little contest, a little inner squad contest, if you will. Podcast team members compete to hopefully win a little prize at the end of the season.
Oh.
And the seasons happen basically biannual. So Robin is phoning a friend. That's nice. Mark won this last season. Mark, your prize package is still in the works. Unfortunately, your vacation to the Bahamas, fully paid for, fell through.
No.
So
I'll just settle for
we're going to get
California.
you something of equal value, which is a podcast T-shirt.
Yes, we're going to get that handled.
Yes. Anyway, so right now you're all tied. Everybody's got a point. So it's like starting all over again. So here we go. Robin ate his phone. So there'll be no phoning a friend for him. Here we go. Here's how we do it. It's going to be multiple choice questions. I will ask the three of you to give me your answers after I read off the question, and then we'll find out who is right, who is wrong, and move on to the next question. There's 2 questions. Point values are doubled in the 5th and 7th rounds, if we ever get there.
Let's go.
Are you sure you're ready, Robin?
Oh yeah, I'm banana
All right. Here we go. First question. What is the last name of Isaac, the protagonist in Dead Space?
Dead Space.
Oh, Dead Space.
man.
What is the last name of Isaac, the protagonist in Dead Space? Is it A, Carr, B, Newton, C, Devlin, D, Clark? What is the last name of the protagonist, Isaac, from Dead Space?
Robin's just played this recently as well.
Again, the names
No
are
pressure,
A, Carr, B, Newton, C, Devlin, D, Clark.
Confidence is high.
I will ask
I
for your
haven't played
answers
this.
right now.
I haven't played this. I have no clue. Yeah. I have
right.
no clue.
We have 2 different answers. 2 of you have said Clark. 1 of you have said Devlin. And I will confirm right now that one of you is wrong.
That'd be me.
Indeed, Clark.
Yeah, I'm like,
Clark.
I've got this on my Yolg list, and
Well, good game. Good game.
yeah,
good
I
game.
never
Played all
played it.
3. Yep, love them.
All right. Well done. Well done. Here we go. Next question. It's your chance to even things up, Nicole.
Oh, psh.
This is your chance to even things up, Nicole. Trust
Oh,
me.
I forgot something for me and Robin.
Oh, thank you.
So lovely. And do you have a sound effect for Nicole?
no.
All right, here we go. Next question. What year was the first Oddworld game released?
Oh.
What year was the first Oddworld game released? Was it A, 2001, B, 1997, C, 2004, or D, 1999? What year was the first Oddworld game released? Do you need me to run through the responses again?
Yeah.
All right. A, 2001, B, 1997, C, 2004, or D, 1999?
Oh my God.
The smoke is coming out of everybody's ears.
I know. I'm sorry. Go real quick again.
All right, here we go. One more time. Was it A, 2001, A Space Odyssey, B, 1997, C, 2004, or D, 1999? I would have made other movie references, but I really don't know any other of those years for movie references.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm going to be asking for your answers in 3, 2, 1.
I don't know the number, the letter. There, you can just
Okay.
have that.
I can just have that. All right, so Nicole said B, 1997.
Okay.
Robin
Like-
said B, 1997. And Mark said A, 2001. I can confirm that somebody has gotten it right and somebody has gotten it wrong. Mark, if you would please cue up the I got it right music for Nicole and Robin.
Oh, no!
Hey! That was
And
somebody.
For yourself.
I thought it was later because was that a PlayStation 1 game originally?
I thought it
Did not-
was on a computer.
I don't know.
That's where I slipped up. And I thought it were a PS1 game. That's why I went later.
No, I swear I played it on a computer first or something else first before
Yeah.
ever playing it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the exact title, game, that kind of thing for the Oddworld game.
I think Robin's a bit happy there.
I think he is. Robin's feeling confident because he just took the lead.
Yeah,
Robin gets 2 points.
Woo!
Mark and Nicole each get 1 point.
Gold trade.
Uh-oh, I'm getting fired. I'm sued.
You're getting sued.
Yes, you are.
There you go.
All right.
Golden Shar Award to me this week.
So
no.
should I get sued too since my friends call me Cole?
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Nicole, if you would be so kind, let's talk about games coming out next week.
Do we have some?
We do have some. Just a few, not a lot.
Because
Nothing
last
terribly
time it
crazy.
was a game. Okay, so for releases on January 21st through January 27th. Wow. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologues for the PS4 on the 24th. That's Tuesday, people. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Tales of Berseria, PS4 and PC. Yakuza, is that an O or a 0?
Yeah, it's
O?
0.
Okay.
0.
That's a 0 because it looks like a O.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they call it 0. Yeah.
Okay. And Motor Racer 4 for the PS4 and Xbox One. And then on the 29th, yeah, all those are on the 24th. We got one on the 29th, Double Dragon 4. IVS4, yeah, because PS5. Sorry, I didn't practice my Roman numerals today. PS4, and PC. So that pretty much sums up our big list of January releases for the 21st and 27th.
There are people excited about those.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
All two of them?
all two of them. So interesting note on Resident Evil 7. So this actually just came out 3 days ago, and I for some reason forgot to put it in the news, but Resident Evil 7 will support cross-buy and cross-saves, or is it just cross-saves? Let me just double check. No, it's going to have the cross-buy system for Xbox One and PC.
Ooh, okay.
So it's confirmed to be a Play Anywhere title for the Xbox and PC. So if you were interested in that, that's a little note.
Yakuza 0 there is getting an 85 on Metacritic right now, which is all right. That's healthy enough. And Resident Evil is waiting for some critics to get their finger out of their backside. So yeah.
One other little note for the Resident Evil 7, so I don't want to mislead anybody. If you want to do the cross-buy, you have to buy it through the Windows 10 store. It is available on Steam as well. So I guess the Windows 10 PC version is the cross-buy version.
Hmm.
And I don't think that really matters all that much because I don't believe there's multiplayer in this game. So
Yeah, a lot of people looking forward to Resident Evil, saying, not to saying that it's going to get back to basics and all that there, but it's due a good game again.
yeah.
No.
Well, and it looks like they've gone back to a little bit more of that core horror element as
Is that
opposed
the
to the
Umbrella
crazy.
people?
Yeah, I think they've gotten a little bit away from. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like they've gotten away from the crazy Umbrella stories.
Umbrella Corporation or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy with the Jeep that runs around town. I saw him the other day at the grocery store. Somebody runs around my town with an Umbrella Corporation Jeep.
He's not called Wesker, is he, or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
Nicole,
cool.
you need to move.
I just
Zombie
think
apocalypse is
it's
coming.
it's some 20-something kid. So he's
Have you
just
seen how old they look in Resident Evil 7? All the little trooper guys look like they're 20-somethings.
okay. Well, maybe I do
Yeah.
need to move.
Yeah,
I
just don't get suckered into going into any mansions.
Okay. Now. Yeah, that's gonna be impossible.
Hmm.
Have
And again, Yakuza 0's on that list. Again, they really aren't up our Straza. These
this
sort
is
of
a
games.
zero.
Yeah, Yakuza 0. Yeah. But again, a lot of Japanese PS4 fans, the Boss Wave guys, will be very, very happy with these releases this week. So,
Yes, they will.
Yay.
All
very
right.
good.
I think we've talked about the freebies going on. I mean, the PS Plus stuff continues on. The Xbox One and Xbox 360 stuff has shifted, but that shifted, I believe, last week. So, Killer Instinct Season 2 Ultra Edition is now the Xbox One free game, as well as continuing on with World of Van Helsing Death Trap, and you now can get Rayman Origins, the Xbox 360 version, for the Xbox Live Gold games, and then of course continuing on Day of Tentacle Remastered, This Little War of Mine, The Little Ones, Blazer Rush, The Swindle, Titan Souls, and Asgend 2, all PS Plus titles.
You have the weirdest shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No sweat off my back.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my PlayStation, but when I look at these freebie games, I'm like, whose vault did they pull that out of?
This War of Mine looks lovely, but I hear it's one of the most depressing games out there. I mean, really, really sad.
Yeah.
That you have to try and keep people alive. And now I think the new DLC, they've added children, and children
Right,
can come in and die in it too.
And I
Oh,
don't
hell
hear
no.
good things about Day of Tentacle Remastered, but it is a remastered game, so
And Titan Souls is supposed to be good, but it's hard as nails. The Swindle looked quite interesting. I've no idea what Ask End. Well, that's the Vita stuff. Yeah.
Mark will tell you all about it with his first semester.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, they're free.
Yeah, Robin,
Yeah.
an important
Okay.
question for you.
Mm.
I have previously given a description of the year of living dangerously
You
that,
did, yes. It was
according to
depressing.
some, was fairly inaccurate. Just some.
It's full of
so
joy.
I will ask you. Let's read off the year of living dangerously and maybe give it a quick down and dirty on it.
just quickly, it's a thing that's going on. You pick 30 games, your dirty 30 or 15 games, your pristine 15. We're going to complete them over 12 months instead of buying lots of new stuff. Lots of people are bought into this. They're having a great time. You can find out all the information about that quite simply at bongo.ocpod.com, my blog. It lists everybody that's partaking. You can see their progress. There are so many people who have tied in. There's new people again this week. It's a class thing that we're doing here, and it's almost a friggin' full-time job keeping it up to date. It is. Yes. It's unbelievable. This all started with Victory Achieved, which is a way when you finished your game, you take a selfie with the credits of the game behind you, and you tweet that to @OC_podcast with the hashtag Victory Achieved, and you get entered into a once every 3 month draw. The next draw will take place at the beginning of March, and you win a $20 or £15 gift card to buy games of your choice. And then if you're in the Dirty 30 in the year of living dangerously, you also add the hashtag YOLG. And this week we've had again a massive input for people out there finishing games, and some landmarks or some road marks or things have happened again this week. Fraser Moo has got his 10 game pin. Good lad, he's done 10 since the beginning of December. He finished Hotline Miami. Teflon 12 finished Child of Light. Chris MJW finished The Last Guardian. PG Tips Paul also got his 10 game pin. Congratulations, sir. You keep on the straight and narrow. Stay on the wagon. He finished Trials of the Blood Dragon. Fraser Moo also finished Halo 5 Guardians. John Mouse, Grand Theft Auto 5. Pilch Reed, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Paul, #1 Stuntmaster, Batman Arkham Asylum. Head Chef Alan, Gears of War Judgment. And he thought it was even better than Gears of War 4.
Oh my God! I might have to talk to him because that's going to be painful for me, and I'm a huge Gears fan.
This is a good one. SLH, hi Sue. Great that you're part of this. She finished Dragon Age Inquisition. Chopper Kelly. Everyone's gone to the Rapture. PG Tips also finished Dead Space. Fraser Moo tidied up Little Big Planet 3. God bless his heart.
Did he have the week off or something?
I don't know. He's got 10 games done. It's crazy, and he's going like mad through.
They must have had snow.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can confirm they had.
PG Tips. Well, sorry, part of this is a lot of these games, a lot of people have sort of played halfway through and stopped, or 3/4 of the way through, and they're tidying them up now, so that's part of this too.
Yeah.
PG Tips finished Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Terraform, Titanfall 2, Chinny 1985, who was in the chat earlier on there, Battlefield 1, Dastardly Jabby, Layers of Fear, Filthy, Far Cry Blood Dragon, and that's all the people that finished all of the Dirty 30s this week. So people that aren't involved with Dirty 30, the year of living dangerously, also finished games. Flecky 90 finished The Walking Dead Michonne. Colin for the Win finished Day of the Tentacle. Infected Psych finished Firewatch. Stool 52, Stulek. He finished Thomas Was Alone. Infected Psych wins the award this week for the weirdest sounding game. Hidden My Game by Mom. He really did finish. There's a game called that. I had to look it up.
Is this Gary Lever in disguise?
No, but it's Gary's friend. It's Shannon.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Mental capacity for weird games. Teflon also finished Oxenfree. Jay Bruns finished Dead Rising 4. Heavy Evil. He's been trying to do this for many a year. He finished Guitar Hero 6 on expert setting.
Wow, that was an accomplishment.
That is an accomplishment. He should get a little bonus point for that one.
Hang on. Just for Antonio, we've got this for him for that.
Yep, you got the clap. Infection Psych. He finished
in true rock god fashion.
Actual Sunlight, and finally Steffi Business finished Dishonored 2. This list, I'm sorry, Greg, it's just turned into a monster every week. I am am over the moon with the support. There's more people that are joining up over the next couple of days that they've contacted me through other things. It's just growing and growing and growing. It's fabulous.
Totally okay with it, Robin. We love seeing all the participation. This is what, I mean, let's face it, this is what this is all about. We want the community participating with the podcast in whatever fashion you can, whether it be victories achieved, the YOLOG, if you want to send in tweets, you want to send in, get on the Facebook, just be part of it, when however you want to be, but take part, be a part of the community, enjoy it. That's why we do this.
The main reason for sending these entries in, though, don't you? They want to hear this every week.
I know. You all have a victories achieved. Victories achieved. You have one. Victories achieved. I'll never live that down.
Oh my.
Yep. Signing autographs
You
later.
roll your eyes every time that's played.
Oh, let me tell you.
Because I'm watching the feedback, the Twitch feed, and I'm like, oh, he just rolled his eyes. I think he did that last time too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, there's one big
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah, and there's one little shout out that I want to do there. There was a lovely email came in this week from a long-time listener, chap called Pete Bobbins is his PSN name. That's BOBB1NS if you want to friend him up on the PlayStation. Sent us an absolutely lovely email this week. We were very flattered by it. Thank you very much. And he has his list in now as well, and he is working his way through that stuff. So thank you. That was a lovely email that you sent us, Pete. Thank you very much.
Was that a do not share email, or is it okay to share?
Yeah, I can quickly read it out here if you want me to. Yeah.
I mean, if it's a lovely email and he doesn't mind us sharing it, I didn't know. I couldn't remember if there was a don't share this with everybody, but I mean, why not?
Yeah, I'll go through it. I might edit it. Let's go through it. So, hi, Robin. I'm a long-time listener, zero-time contributor. My name is Bobbins on PSN and Twitter. I've never really been active on Twitter, so I've dusted off the cobwebs for this experience, deleted the celebrity fluff, and swapped for community members. People that matter. Your Dirty 30 list is a fresh approach to some of the more stringent Year of Shame challenges. If it's not fun, what's the point after all? I have no idea if I can get through all of my list, but I'd love to give it a bash. I'd like to also thank you and all the podcasting community for what you give up to produce these shows. I spend all week on the road, and it's of great comfort to have so many like-minded folks on tap night and day. You all feel like friends rather than hosts of a podcast. I listen to most of the shows that the community produces, including a few rivals, but nowhere makes you feel more welcome than the extremely diverse Overseas Connection crowd. That's where we play the Cheers theme tune there. You can put that in, Mark. Right. My budget is sticking with £100. Seems fair. I've started on the 1st of January, but I wasn't sure about giving you more. Or giving you more to do. However, the need to join in to see what seems like an epic idea has pushed me to man up and press send in this email. I haven't used any of my budget yet, and I haven't completed any games either. However, I have been my many plates spinning on the go. My gaming weapon of choice is the PS4, PS3, and PC. So here's my 30 games, and once again, thanks to everyone responsible for all that goes on behind the OC curtain. It's very much appreciated. Cheers, Pete. Lovely. It's nice to get feedback.
Absolutely. Pete, thank you. Absolutely.
Hope you don't mind me reading that out.
Yeah, hope you didn't mind, but that was a great email. And, we absolutely love that you took the time to write the email and took the time to join. So that said, Pete, get on it.
Just his 15 seconds of fame. No.
Get to it, because we'll be recording another 30 minutes supplementary podcast this week, and I would hate to have to call you out and embarrass you at the end of it for a big zero. No pressure.
It could happen.
No pressure.
All right. No pressure at all. But hey, if you want to check us out on Twitch, because we do broadcast every Saturday, 11 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. West Coast time, 6 p.m. on the East Coast, unless, of course, we go through time zone changes and or we decide to record on a different day last minute. But, yeah, we're pretty much there all the time. It's twitch.tv/OC podcast. Just type that into your browser, and through the magic of the internet, you will be transported to our lovely podcast page, and you can watch us live. And more importantly, take part in the chat, or the chat, as we like to call it, and just have some fun. A couple hours out of your day where you can just sit back and enjoy. You can email the show like Pete did. Podcast@ocpod.com is our podcast email. You can tweet us at OC_podcast. We have a Facebook group that is very active, fb.ocpod.com. And of course, we always welcome any kind of reviews, iTunes, Stitcher reviews, YouTube reviews. If you can review us on a platform, by all means, do it, please. Assuming it's a nice one, by the way. Should probably throw that in. Right. We have clubs going on because we love our clubs, don't we, Mark?
Apparently not.
No, apparently not. We don't love our clubs.
Fuckers. Yeah. No, yeah, we have.
Mark, real quickly, Mark. I want to give you some props. You have been, Robin has been on top of the gears, games of living. I can't even speak right now. The year of living dangerously. But you, sir, Mark, you have been our club guru. You have been getting these clubs up and running on all different types of systems. So hats off to you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do everything. And I did sort of drop a lot of hints the other week about doing a PC Steam one and that. And Robin says, that'd be perfect for Fraser. So it was all lined up for Fraser to set it up, but...
See what I was doing? I was trying to prompt there,
Yeah.
No.
So I've set it up. So we've got clubs basically.
He's anti-social anyway. He really
is. He is Canadian.
Right. Yeah. Can I go through these, please? We've got clubs on Xbox One. So you can join us on there. PS4 communities. We have a club on there. We have a OC podcast group on Steam now. So if you want in on that, just search for us on this group. I don't know if you have to request entry, and I don't know yet. I need to still play with that. And we also have a OC podcast server on Discord. So if you're
we're on Discord,
yes,
really?
We are on
that
Discord,
is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Fuck up. Yeah, I got a lot of grief for setting this up, but apparently, a lot of people are on it, and I've played with it for a little bit. It's pretty good. It's got voice chat, so it's like TeamSpeak and Skype. It's got chat channels for texting, so it's like WhatsApp. So yeah, it's cool. So we've got a thing there. If you look on the screen now, if you're watching live, or if you're not watching live, you'll have to just look at YouTube. There's a URL for the Discord invite on the screen right now. If you don't get access to that, just tweet me or email me, Mark Annex on Twitter. Mark Annex. It's Mark at markannex.com. And I'll get you invited into that, so don't worry about that. So yeah.
Or Mark, you can just read it out real obnoxiously and say it's discord.gg/M, capital R, lowercase s, capital Z, lowercase m, capital B, lowercase e.
That's good.
I'm gonna save that clip and use that every week now. Cheers, Greg.
That's so user friendly. That's good.
Totally user friendly.
All right. Yeah.
What?
Well,
tell me what. Tell me what.
No. Sorry, that's it's after the show. I will set up a forward to that. So
yeah. You're gonna go over what Fraser's setting up some more clubs, aren't you?
No, I'm not. No, I'm gonna set up a URL that if we're gonna use this Discord thing, that people don't have to go through Mr. Zombie address that you have there.
Right.
Mrs. Zombie.
Mrs. Zombie. That's what I thought too. I'm like, Mrs. Zombie.
I'm going to throw Fraser under the bus now, because when I did this, he just, you know what he's like. He's
Canadian. That's what he's like.
Grilled his kids,
sarcastic,
all that
and
sort of stuff.
dry humour. And he says, "Oh well, I'm going to set up an OC podcast hairdressers. I'm going to set up an OC podcast escort service, and an OC podcast car hire company." So. Yeah, Fraser, fuck off.
Can you believe he sold his daughter's little play kitchen set so he could buy himself a nice computer desk? I'm shocked that he did that.
Ruthless.
Is that what he really did, or did he just move it?
He's got
no.
In my world, Nicole, he sold it.
Burnt it.
Locked her in a closet, and he feeds her pancakes and syrup.
He took it out to the backyard. Put petrol over it, made her watch.
Yep.
Watch while it burned. Yeah.
He is ruthless. He is the
He's
truth.
sitting at his desk, looking to put his head back on. Look at me, little girl. Yeah, that's what's happening right now.
Totally.
Okay, look, I just sent a kiss to Fraser. He's
Oh, I'm going to send him a kiss. All right.
Oh,
All
dear.
right. I think
So-
that's about it, guys.
yes, because I'm about to bust. Let's go.
It's a show. So, with that said, Nicole, any quick shout out you want to give?
I would like to shout out my children. My son just celebrated his 10th birthday, and my daughter will be celebrating her 13th on tomorrow. So
Okay.
happy birthday to the kiddies.
Yes. Good luck,
God-
Nicole.
I know. I was like, God help me.
Yep. They're getting older.
Well, now we just
Teenager.
hit the teenage years. So
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Teenage girl is.
yep,
the
I
winner.
might be drinking a lot more on the show. Who knows?
We're here.
But anyway, and thanks to you gentlemen, as always, and to our shatters, and to everyone who's been participating in the Yolg thing, because, I mean, it's like Robin said, it's taken off like wildfire. It's been phenomenal. So if you like, you can get a hold of me at nicole@ocpod.com and on Twitter at OC_Amaryllis. Amaryllis on the PS4 and Amaranth on the Xbox. Or you can just get off your butt, go to Twitter, and it's all there.
Okay.
Let's see. Robin.
Yeah, it's me. Speaking of birthdays, not that I'd be self-promoting or anything, but it has now turned after midnight, and it's my birthday right now.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Robin, officially.
No, yes.
You're
yeah,
old.
I am fucking old. I really am. I'm taking the fish oil tablets in the morning. It's not like a wee problem I have. It's a condition. Oh, Christ almighty. What? There's hairs growing in places where I didn't have places before. I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
Please.
yeah, I have to attend a birthday party tomorrow where all of my relations are coming to the house. Oh, what a joy. Anyway, I just want to go away and do nothing and play Metal Gear. I would like to shout out Fraser. I enjoyed Transatlantic Grants. Yes, I did. That was good. That's worth a listen, guys.
Oh, I've
Transatlantic
not
Grants.
listened to it yet. Is it out
They
now?
brought it back.
Yeah, it's been
I need to-
resurrected from years gone by, and it's good. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I
I
Has
would-
it got its own channel? Has it got its own feed or? have to search
Yeah, I did. Yeah, search for Transatlantic Grants on your thing of choice, and it'll
I
appear.
know this is a question for actually Fraser, but because he was a coward and he didn't want to come on the show tonight,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, Robin. Maybe you
Hmm.
know, maybe you don't.
Hmm.
So, has he kind of pulled back out of the Game Punchers then, or
No,
is this
no.
he's just being
This
a
is-
podcast whore?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. You know, he has things to moan about, things to get off his chest. He doesn't want to go
Okay.
around and shoot people because he lives in Canada, not America. And this is how he gets rid of his stress. So this is a stress relief sort of thing. This is
Okay.
what he does. He moans about things that are transatlantic, and it works quite well. So I've been enjoying looking for the next one. I would also like to shout out Jason on a similar sort of note. Jason, stop hiding underneath Pilch Reed's wings. I know you've got a slot on there which was meant to be like a 2-minute slot, which is turned into friggin' 15. Take that slot out and stand alone. Do your own. Make your own standalone podcast. You've got enough shit in your head to make that happen. Jason, we'll support you. We will listen to it. Go do it, big lad. Grab the bull by the horns. Yeah, go and do that.
He could have loads of different characters on there, all by himself.
Oh, this week he had the Golden Shower Awards for individual podcasters. Greg, I believe you got an award
Yes, he
this
did.
time as well.
Yes,
I
he
haven't
wanted to
listened-
know when
I haven't
Greg
listened to
would
Phil
prefer to
Trees yet.
have his shower award.
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
a
great that
morning
you've
shower
started.
person,
Jason,
for the record.
go out and do it. Do a short podcast standalone. That would be great. We would listen to that for a while and then delete it. So you can get me at Bongo the Sane. You can email me at robin@ocpod.com and go to my blog for all things Year of Living Dangerously at bongo.ocpod.com, where you'll find a link to the 30 Dirty Minutes podcast. Thank you, Mark.
I want to shout out Gary Lever, Admiral79, and Hardly Dan Natman for their sort of like bits of advice and help with the PC and Elite Dangerous. And a big shout out to Greg's best friend in the world, Gary DeFelice. Gary DeFelice, he's kindly let me have access to his Steam library. So my pile of shame has now become a mountain of shame because I've got an extra shitload of games I've got access to. So on one hand it's great, on the other hand it's, oh no, I've got more to play. But yeah, thanks Gary. What about you, Greg?
Well, Mark, I would like to thank you for giving me Gary's credentials. Gary, I'm sorry I've deleted your entire Steam account. I would like to shout out Jason Johnson, and I want to shout out his son David, who also had a birthday party today.
Hey.
So I want to give him a little shout out. Everybody's getting older, and the kids are growing up. Let's see. You can find me at OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. I do have a blog as well for the Year of Living Gamegerously. greg.ocpod.com. I'm updating it roughly every month, so it's a slow read. But outside of that, I want to thank the three of you for joining me this week. It's been lovely as always. I want to thank the listeners. Of course, it really is all about community and fun, and so I thank everybody there. I will take a moment of seriousness. We have had a lot of challenges this past year, a lot of differences of opinion. There's been a lot of anger in the United States and also in other countries. But I will say this. Just be careful what you promote, what you put out there in social media, because promoting acts of violence, whether you are sympathetic to that, you like these videos because you think it might be funny, but when it's actual acts of violence against other people, this is just hate breeding hate, and that will never solve anything, and it is just going to make matters worse. And when you think about the big picture and you start seeing bigger problems and more hate with actual consequences of people losing their lives, we're all part of the problem when we're promoting this kind of behavior. It has to stop. We have to learn to be tolerant. The only way you get over oppression and hate is with love, with knowledge, with education, and tolerance. And that's where I will leave it. So be kind.
Amen. God bless America. I hope you get through this and come out stronger and better. And if you are stronger and better, the world will be a stronger and better place.
Hey, long live the Queen too.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I know she doesn't have that much longer, but still,
Queen of
come on.
Mexico.
I think you have to fire Fraser now because he disagrees. So
Fraser is fired. On that note, Mark, cue up the music.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.